Friends, now in this video we will discuss about the next topic of the electromagnetic induction, that is expression of the induced EMF. So to uh, drive that expression of induced EMF, we have to consider here PQRS. It is a magnetic field. It represents the magnetic field that is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. I am showing here by the cross mark. Actually, when the magnetic field is parallel to the direction of the plane of the paper, we can show like this arrow sign in the plane of the paper. But when we show the perpendicular to the plane of the paper, so we have to show here by the cross mark. It means the magnetic field is like this, means thus in the direction of the pen that is perpendicular to the plane of that board. So PQRS, it is an area of the magnetic field. Now we have to consider here rectangular coil ABCD. At any instant of time t, A dash, B, C, D dash, this area is inserted in the magnetic field. So at that time, let B A dash equal to C D dash, C D dash equal to X, and BC equal to A dash D dash, A dash D dash equal to say it is equal to L. So we have to find out how much area is inside the magnetic field. So suppose delta S is the area inside the magnetic field. So it is equal to the multiplication of the side BC into BA dash. So it is equal to BC into BA dash. That is BC equal to L and it is equal to X. So it is equal to LX, equation number 1. Now such amount of area inserted in the magnetic field which is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Now coil is inside the magnetic field. So when it is inserted, so due to this area, magnetic flux is linked in the coil, and the magnetic flux phi can be found out by the formula phi equal to B into delta S. So B is the magnetic field and delta S equal to, from equation number 1, Lx. So it is equal to B into L into X. It is the equation number 2. So this is the magnetic flux linked in the coil when at an instant of time A dash B C dash area is inserted in the magnetic field. Now to find out the rate of change of magnetic flux, when this coil is moved with the velocity v in the outward direction, so the area is decreasing. So how much area is decreasing per unit time, we have to find out the rate of change of magnetic flux. So differentiate the equation number 2 with respect to t. So we will get d phi upon dt will be equal to d over dt, that is B L X. Now B is a constant magnetic field which is used here. L is the length of that rectangular arm, again it is fixed, but this X is changing when the rectangle can move outward direction, maybe inward direction. So the BA dash and CD dash, this arm, the length of that arm will be changed. So due to change of that, it means that X will be changed with respect to time. So the rate of change of magnetic flux d phi or dt will be equal to B Lx out of the differentiation. So dx upon dt. We know that the rate of change of dx, that is distance divided by time, is always equal to the velocity. So we can replace by the velocity BL V equal to d phi over dt. So it is the rate of change of magnetic flux. It is equation number 3. Now we know that according to the Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction, that is equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux, it is always directly proportional to the induced EMF produced in the coil. So according to the second law, E, it is equal to minus d phi upon dt. It is according to laws of electromagnetic induction. So this is the equation number 4th. Now from the equation number 3rd and 4th, we have the EMF produced or induced EMF in the coil, that is E will be equal to minus B d phi dt, that is equal to BLV. So this is the induced EMF produced in the coil when the coil is inserting in the magnetic field. So this is the expression, and this induced EMF is also named as motional EMF. Now the next topic is, that is eddy current. Now eddy current means when conducting sheet is inserted in the magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of the paper, then a magnetic flux is linked in the coil, and due to this induced current is set up in the conducting sheet in the form of closed loops. So such closed loop currents are known as eddy currents. So we can define like this: magnetic flux linked in the conducting sheet which is inserting perpendicular to the magnetic field. A current is set up in the form of closed loop in the conducting sheet. Such closed loop currents are known as eddy currents. So how they are produced? The question is how they are produced. So these are produced due to the change in the magnetic flux in the conducting sheet. So what is the effect of these eddy currents? The effect is when the currents are produced in the conducting sheet in the form of closed loops, so heat is produced. So means the current appears in terms of the heating currents. So the eddy current will also be named as heating currents. So heat is produced in the conduction sheet. Now what are the applications of the eddy currents? So many applications are there, just like a deadbeat galvanometer, induction motors, induction furnace, induction cooker, maybe energy meter or speedometer, electric brake, etc. Many applications are there. And suppose in a deadbeat galvanometer, how they are used the eddy current? In the deadbeat galvanometer, the wire is wounded over the aluminum frame or the any conducting frame. So when the oscillations are produced due to the flow of the current in the galvanometer coil, so it is deflecting. So it will not become rest suddenly. So oscillations will not be dies out. So to stop the coil of the galvanometer, we have to use here that is conducting frame over which the wire is wounded. So due to that, eddy currents are produced in the coil, and the coil will come rest position as well as the current is flowing in the galvanometer coil. So it is named as deadbeat galvanometer. Similarly, induction cooker, it's a very good example. Generally, it is used in the every kitchen. That is, in the kitchen we have to use the induction. So in the induction, when any that is a pot of having surface iron is put on that induction, so it will be heated. It means the heat is produced due to the eddy currents which is produced in the that is base of that particular pot that is put on the induction. So it is a very good example. Next is the energy meter, maybe a speedometer. In these also the eddy currents are used, and these applications are that is related to the eddy currents. Okay. The next part we will see in the next video. Thank you.